She was gone. Just like that. One moment she was here, laughing, living. The next she vanished. Emily Carter, 19 years old. A college freshman in New Mexico. She had dreams, friends, a family who loved her. Then one night she walked out of her dorm and never came back. Days passed. No calls. No messages. Just silence. Her parents were desperate. Her friends were scared. The search began, miles of land, endless questions, but no answers. Then 6 days later, they found her. Far from campus. In a place so remote, so hard to reach, no one could understand how she got there. Unless someone put her there. Welcome to True Crime Stories videos. I welcome you, my viewers, and most especially my subscribers, for your support as we keep improving and bringing you daily told and untold true crime stories. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Emily Carter was just 19. A college freshman, full of life, full of dreams. She had a close group of friends, a loving family, and a future she was excited about. She wasn't the type to just leave without telling someone. She wasn't reckless. She wasn't troubled. She was happy, at least that's what everyone thought. February 9th. A normal evening. Emily was last seen in her dorm. She had dinner with friends, laughed, texted her mom like she always did. "Love you, Mom." That was the last message she ever sent. Security footage shows her leaving the dorm around 9:30 p.m. No bags. No sign she was going far. Just Emily stepping into the cold night, alone. She never came back. Her phone stopped ringing. Her friends started to worry. By morning she had missed class. By afternoon her parents were calling everyone they knew. By nightfall, panic set in. Where was Emily? No one knew. They started calling that morning. First her friends. Then her mom. Then her dad. Over and over. No answer. Emily never ignored her phone. She always called back. But now, nothing. By evening her mom couldn't take it anymore. She dialed 911. "My daughter is missing. She's not answering. This isn't like her." The dispatcher asked the usual questions. Had she run away before? Was she depressed? Was there a fight? No, her mom said. She wouldn't just leave. Police took the report, but at first they weren't too concerned. College kids disappear all the time. A night out, a trip, a mistake. But this wasn't just a night out. And this wasn't a mistake. Her family started searching on their own. Calling hospitals. Checking with friends. Driving through campus looking for any sign of her. But there was nothing. No texts. No calls. No footprints leading anywhere. Then came the theories. Did she leave on her own? Was she meeting someone? Could she be lost? Or was something much worse happening? The search started small, friends calling, checking familiar places, hoping for a simple answer. Maybe she stayed at someone's place. Maybe she lost her phone. Maybe this was all just a misunderstanding. But as the hours passed, those hopes faded. By the second day the police joined in. Officers knocked on doors asking questions. Did anyone see her? Did she mention going somewhere? No one had answers. Then came the search teams, volunteers, officers, search dogs. They combed through the streets, the parks, the campus buildings. Helicopters hovered above. Drones flew over open land. People called her name, hoping she'd answer. But she never did. Her family didn't sleep. Her mother stayed by the phone, waiting for it to ring. Her father searched until his legs gave out. They weren't just looking for Emily. They were looking for hope. Then, on the fourth day, a breakthrough. A hiker, miles from campus, walking a rugged trail deep in the wilderness, saw something strange. A single shoe half buried in the dirt. It was torn. Dirty. Like it had been there for days. But that wasn't what made the hiker stop. It was the color. The same color Emily's mother had described to police. Bright white with a blue stripe on the side. Officers arrived within the hour. They picked up the shoe carefully, dusting off the dirt. Inside, faint letters, E.C. Emily Carter. It was hers. But something was wrong. Emily never hiked. She didn't like the wilderness. She wouldn't have come here alone. So how did her shoe get here? And if this was here, where was she? The shoe changed everything. It meant Emily had been here. But where was the rest of her? Search teams moved fast. More officers. More volunteers. The area was rough, rocky, uneven, covered in thick brush. A place no one would wander into by accident. Then, on the sixth day, silence. An officer radioed in. A body had been found. Emily. She was lying deep in a canyon, far beyond where anyone thought she could go alone. The terrain was steep, dangerous. It would take hours to climb down. No trails, no clear paths. Getting here was almost impossible without help. But there she was. Her clothes were torn, dirty, covered in dust. Her body, too still, too quiet. No obvious signs of violence. No blood. No broken bones. Just gone. She didn't look like someone who had fallen. She looked like someone who had been placed there. The autopsy would tell the rest of the story. At least that's what they hoped. Cause of death? Inconclusive. No stab wounds. No gunshot. No broken skull. Nothing that screamed murder. But nothing that said accident either. Then came the red flags. Her lungs, empty. No water, no dirt. She hadn't drowned. She hadn't suffocated. It was like she just stopped breathing. Her toxicology report? Clean. No alcohol. No drugs. No poison. But there was something strange. Her body, it had no scratches. No bruises. No signs she had crawled, stumbled, or fallen. And in a place like that? That didn't make sense. So how did Emily get there? And more importantly, was someone with her? Emily was found in a place no one could explain. A canyon so steep, so remote, it didn't seem possible for her to get there alone. But some believe she did. Theory 1, she walked there herself. But why? Emily had no history of mental illness. No signs of distress. No fights with friends. No troubling messages. That night she had dinner, laughed, texted her mom. She was fine. So what would make her leave, walk miles into the darkness, climb over rocks through rough terrain, until she collapsed in the middle of nowhere? Some wondered if she was sleepwalking. But experts say that's unlikely. Sleepwalkers don't travel this far. They don't climb. They don't disappear into the wild. Others thought maybe she was under the influence. But her toxicology report was clean. No alcohol. No drugs. Nothing. And there was one more problem with this theory. Her body. No scratches. No bruises. No signs of struggle. If she walked through miles of wilderness, where were the cuts? The broken nails? The torn skin? It didn't look like she had fought her way through the canyon. It looked like she had been placed there. So if she didn't walk there alone, who took her? Emily Carter didn't just disappear. She was found in a place she never should have been. And the question still haunts everyone who hears her story: how did she get there? If she didn't go alone, then someone led her there. Was there someone waiting for her that night? Someone she trusted? Someone who convinced her to leave the safety of her dorm? Police checked her phone. No panicked messages. No texts saying she was afraid. But there were gaps. Parts of her call log missing. A few messages deleted. Did she meet someone? A new friend? A stranger? Someone who made her feel safe, until she wasn't? Investigators looked deeper. Her social media. Her last conversations. Were there any signs she had met someone online? Any messages that felt off? One name kept coming up. A classmate. A boy she had spoken to before. Nothing serious, nothing that raised alarms, until police questioned him. His story? I barely knew her. But phone records told a different story. Calls. Late-night messages. Conversations that suddenly stopped the day she went missing. He claimed he never saw her that night. That he had nothing to do with it. But if that was true, why did his phone ping near the search area the night Emily disappeared? Was he the last person to see her? Or was there someone else? Some cases feel isolated. Random. A tragedy with no pattern. Emily's case wasn't one of them. Because she wasn't the first. In the past 5 years, at least 3 young women had vanished in the same region. College students. All found in remote areas. No clear cause of death. No signs of struggle. Just gone. One case. A woman found near a hiking trail miles from where she was last seen. Another? A student who left a party, never made it home, and was found days later in a canyon, just like Emily. No arrests. No suspects. Just eerie similarities. Was Emily another victim of a serial predator? Someone who knew the land, who knew how to hide their tracks. If that was true, it meant whoever did this was still out there. Maybe Emily wasn't led there. Maybe she was chased. What if she ran for her life that night? What if she was trying to escape someone who didn't want her to leave? Police studied the area. The canyon was steep, dangerous. A single misstep could send someone falling. But Emily's body wasn't broken. No shattered bones. No injuries that matched a fall from that height. So if she didn't fall, was she pushed? Or was she never alive when she got there? Experts believe she may have died somewhere else. That her body was carried, placed in the canyon, left for someone to find. If that's true, it means one terrifying thing. Emily Carter's last moments didn't happen in that canyon. They happened somewhere else. Somewhere we haven't found yet. Emily Carter's case is still a mystery. A story with too many questions and not enough answers. No signs of a struggle. No blood. No bruises. No broken bones. If someone took her, why didn't she fight? If she walked there herself, why aren't there scratches on her skin? If she fell, why isn't her body broken? And the biggest question of all, how did she end up in a place so hard to reach? Police searched everything. Her messages, her calls, security footage. Nothing showed anyone with her that night. No fingerprints. No DNA. No clear evidence of another person. But she didn't just vanish and reappear. Something happened to her. Was it someone she trusted? A stranger she never saw coming? A threat no one expected? Or was there something even darker at play? Her case remains open. Investigators still dig for answers. But until they find the truth, Emily's last moments will stay a chilling, unsolved mystery. Emily Carter didn't just disappear. Something happened to her. Something we still don't understand. Her case is full of questions with no answers. A story with missing pieces. A truth still buried somewhere in the dark. Did she walk into danger that night? Or was someone waiting for her? Was this a tragic accident? Or a perfect crime? The truth is still out there. And until it's found, this case will haunt everyone who hears it. What do you think happened? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more stories like this, stay with us. One thing remains clear, Emily Carter's story isn't over. The truth is still out there. And maybe, just maybe, someone watching this holds the missing piece. What do you think happened? Was it an accident? Or something far more sinister? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more real-life mysteries, more stories that need answers, subscribe to our channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss a case. Because the more we talk about these stories, the closer we get to the truth.